Yo, what up, Big Muscle Gains Nation? Big Muscle Gains back with another video, man. Today we're going to be talking about the Apple event. Yes, today is October 13th. What products did they release? Are they good? Are they bad? What are the features? What do I think from an Android perspective? Let's go ahead and get into it. First product that we're going to be talking about today is the Apple HomePod. By the looks of it, Apple seemed to take the Google approach when it came to the Google Home Hub speaker. For an example, you're able to use the speakers as intercoms throughout the house and also pair multiple speakers for music and also video. So, to listen, get the nice stereo type of soundage throughout your house. Let's go ahead and take a deep dive and compare each model of the iPhones. So we have the iPhone 12 Pro Max, we have the iPhone 12 Pro, we have the iPhone 12 itself, and also the 12 mini. We're not gonna really be talking about the 12 mini right now. We're gonna focus on the top three models. All right, so Apple on their website has a nice little comparison tool, which is gonna make this a whole lot easier for me to edit. So let's go ahead and get into it, man. The new screen is the Super Retina XDR display, which is available on the 12 Pro, 12 Pro Max, the Apple 12 mini also. So the 12 Pro Max is gonna have a 6.7-inch XDR display. Each phone is going to have 5G millimeter wave capabilities. Also, on the 12 Pro Max, you're going to have an ultra wide camera, a wide camera, telephoto, Dolby Vision HDR, recording up to 60 frames per second, man. Yes. I want to go ahead and dive into the Apple Raw app that you can also download, man. They're giving us Apple is giving everybody raw capabilities. Okay, let's go ahead and go at some more. So for the iPhone 12, we're looking at a 6.1 inch. For the iPhone 12, we're looking at 6.1 inch Super Retina XDR display, 5G for those high speeds. We have the ultra wide and also wide cameras on the back. Dolby Vision HDR recording up to 30 frames a second. See, on the Pro, you get the 60 frames a second. 2x optical zoom. On the Pro, you have 4x optical zoom. On the iPhone 12 Pro Max, we have a maximum typical brightness. It says 800 nits, with also a maximum 1200 nits HDR. So man, it's gonna be very bright, especially, outdoors and things like that. So there's no more problems where you have to get your phone, get your phone like this and be like, oh my God, I can't see. So there's no more problems like that. Splash, dust, and water resistant, IP68 rated. I already touched on the chip that was in the phones. It is the A14 Bionic chip. Let's go ahead and move more into the cameras. Get what I'm saying? Basically, I'm gonna just go ahead and say what the iPhone 12 Pro Max is, and that's it. So 12 Pro Max, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and telephoto with an aperture of a 2.4, 1.6, and 2.2. Sensor shift optical image stabilization, which means Apple is gonna be stabilizing the actual sensor itself and not the lens. 2.5 optical zoom in, 2x optical zoom out, 5x optical zoom range up to 12x. It says it's gonna have a brighter true tone flash with slow sync. Night mode portraits, yes, night mode portraits are gonna be on the 12 Pro Max. Portrait mode with advanced bokeh and depth control. That is used by the LiDAR sensor, which I spoke about before. Portrait lighting, 6 effects, natural, studio, contour, stage mono, and also high key mono will also be on the actual camera app itself. Smart HDR for 3 photos. So I'm guessing it takes 3 photos to get your smart HDR type of look. Okay, video recording up to 4K up to 60 frames per second. 1080p video recording up to 60 frames per second. HDR Dolby Vision. That's me right there. You get what I'm saying? Up to 60 frames per second. Extended dynamic range for up to 60 frames per second. Sensor shift optical image stabilization for video also. 2.5 zoom in, 2x zoom out. Digital zoom up to 7 times. Zoom audio, quick take video, slow-mo support for slow-mo support for 1080p at 120 frames or 240 frames. Man, they could have wrote that a little differently. I would have just put slow-mo video support for up to 240 frames at 1080p. That's how it kind of tricked me. So Nighttime time-lapse mode, to me, that seems pretty tight. I watched the video, man, it seems, really legit. Time-lapse video with stabilization, stereo audio recording. Man, I'm tired of reading this. So front camera also comes with 12 megapixel on the front, 2.2 aperture, things like that. Also records up to 4K at 60 frames per second. You can also do slow-mo video on the front, up to 240 frames a second at 1080p. Again, every phone has deep fusion. Every phone. Night mode on the front, things like that. 5G capabilities. They call it a smart 5G, is what Apple says. So basically it's common sense. It goes from 4G to 5G, 5G to 4G, whichever has the fastest speeds at the actual time and where you're at, right? So, Touch ID. Is it here? No, it ain't. So, Face ID enabled true depth camera for facial recognition. They did not mention Touch ID. I know there was a lot of things talking about, oh my God, we're gonna have Touch ID. I don't see it on this website. So, and I didn't see it in the video either. This is the only phone that can actually record, view, and edit Adobe Vision HDR footage. At 10-bit, you can edit 10-bit video on this phone, which is kind of tight. So yeah, playback, HDR, Adobe Vision, HDR10, and HLG. Of course, the phone has Siri because it's an Apple product. Didn't give us a milliamp hour, Apple never says how big the actual batteries are. They just tell you how long the phone's supposed to last. All right, so sensors, we have a LiDAR scanner, 3-axis gyro and accelerometer, a proximity sensor, ambient light sensor, and barometer. The Pro models only have the LiDAR sensors. So that's it right there. So yeah, man, this has been, I just want to tell you guys of what the new iPhones are going to be, what Apple talking about with the new iPhones. I wanted to discuss that. Let me see what else. Let's go ahead and check the notes. What else we got? Man? Yeah, look like I touched on it all, man. Go to bigmusclegames.com and like the video. You get what I'm saying? Like the video, man. You get what I'm saying? Go to bigmusclegames.com for you guys' fitness apparel. Hold on. God damn, look at the muscles, man. bigmusclegames.com. Damn right.